What's up, ladies and gentlemen? What's up? What's up?
Going on.
What's going on?
Alrighty. Why is my computer being slow? Oh, there it goes. Steve Granger. Better mute that.
And for some reason, it was giving me issues hopping on. I don't know what.
There we go. There's your alert. Just went out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do something here quick.
Will you at the house today?
Yeah, well, just this morning. I'm going in late because I got to be at the shop later. Hey, let me mute the damn TV. Stand by. I'll be right back.
All right.
Hey, mute that. All righty. Sorry about that. No, Jen was back inside. I would have just asked her to do it for me.
Doing
a post on my channel. Let people know I'm here now.
Nice. Got Bandit in the house. Got Josh in the house. Bandit, I see you had plenty of fun up there at 4th State. Y'all are out there deafening people with those train horns. Let's see, Venus. We got Wire Move Baker. What day are you going to be at Matt's? I'll be there all 3 days. So Thursday, I'll be at the Merit Products booth. Friday, I will be at we will be at the Green APU booth. And then Saturday, I'll be at the 10-4 Truck Insurance booth. Let's see, we got Rudy in the house, Big Paul, C. James, Damien, what's up? Mac, William, Tim, McDermott, Michael, like I said, Mac, Wild Child 036, 0036, Pepin Services in the house, Falcons in the house. So we had hinted at I had hinted at the announcement the other day on a live, but we got things official. And I was editing all last night, guys, and for some reason the app that I used blacked out, and I usually save stuff if it blacks out of you X out of it.
No.
For some reason it didn't save.
Oh.
Yeah, and it was somewhat of a complex video too. So instead of me doing it all over again, I got so frustrated. I just said, no, I'm not even going to frustrate myself. So,
dude, I had that happen with I'm in my office here at home. I use the big computer. Normally when I edit, I have the laptop if I have to edit on the road. I forgot to update from the 2025 edition to the 2026 edition for my editor. And all of a sudden it wouldn't export worth a crap. And I'm like, why? And I'm like, it started taking too long and I didn't think about it. But it was an automatic update. I just didn't know that I was still clicking the taskbar, which was the older one. If I go into like on Windows, just a little icon on the bottom where your power down and all that is. You go in there and you click on it and I see that there's 2 apps, one over the other. And I'm like, oh, it updated. I'm using the old one still and the computer couldn't work with it. So but the problem was I didn't know if it would transfer the data, my editing work from one to the other. And I'm like, oh my God. So before I did, it was able to do the video, but I had to do it in like 3 segments. So I figured, okay, worst case, I'll make the 3 segments and then I'll use the editor to clam the 3 of them together. And I forget which video it was, like a month ago. And it was a long one. I was like, no way I'm sitting here for another 4 hours editing again.
Right.
Right. That drives me nuts.
I don't know what happened because the app is really, really good about saving stuff. And for some reason, it says something like storage full. And I was like, oh, okay. And then it's just like the app disappeared. And I went back into it, and it's really good about saving stuff automatically. But for some reason, it did not save.
Yeah.
Well, so that pissed me off. And I just said, you know what? Screw the world. I'm going to bed.
Best thing to do with that I found out is, it sounds dumb, but because we're filming in 4K usually. I know you with the GoPro, it's 4K or higher. And that cripples a standard computer. I'm running basically gaming computers
I
because
just
think
don't
about it, the
like.
rendering is massive.
Yeah, I just don't like the hook. I mean, I would prefer to probably work on a computer, but it's just an extra device that I would have to carry around.
Right.
Like a laptop or something, and then
Here's
having to
here's the
transfer all the
backpack for the
data.
laptop. This is
Huh?
all this is all computer stuff that I take on the road in a backpack.
Yeah. And I don't want to have to carry all that stuff around there, forgetting it and switching trucks and
Yeah.
and then it's one more device where I have to transfer footage to. Right now
It
everything's
gets
on the phone. It just it's right there.
Yup. And
Otherwise,
it's not
it's
like
just
it don't work that way. Some of the biggest channels, including friends of ours, they started off literally on the cell phone,
they still
and
do.
still to this day use nothing but a cell phone.
Yeah. Uh-huh. They still do. I mean, your two biggest ones, what's his name? Bruce and Tim.
Hmm.
Use their phones.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, but you and
So.
we sit here and bust our behinds with all these different camera angles and and different cameras and drones.
Hmm.
All Tim has to say is, "What's up, guys?" And he gets 1 million views. Like, seriously?
He's got that figured out. I don't know
Yeah.
how. I mean, I don't know if there was a secret sauce to it other than
Wait on that.
the trucks, the personalities, and all of that. I mean, think about it.
Hmm.
You put example. You take me, you, and Tim, put us in the same room. You'd be like, "There's no way these guys hang out." But yeah, that's the thing. It's like we're very
Right.
vastly different people, and
Hmm.
it works that way. But
Right.
it's a little bit for everybody in the end.
Right.
But everybody, that's what I'm saying. With at least on the trucking side, everybody does their channels their own way. And to me, there's room for everybody. It's just more of it now. But
Right.
everybody's different. Nobody's doing it like I do. Nobody does it like you do. And same with Timmy, Crystal, everybody. It's
Hmm.
nobody does it the same.
Right. Yeah. And then there's more and more influencers, getting into it, but there's also a lot leaving too. Or the consistency starting to wear off.
Yeah. Well, it's a grind.
Hmm.
It's a grind. But in the end, we're all basically after the same thing, I suppose. Well, most of us are anyway. So.
Right.
I mean, in the end, trying to, you know, run a business. I mean, a lot of people see that's one thing not to get into like the crankiness of the business, but a lot of people don't understand. Like, listen, like the channels I watch, I at least know that it's a business. People are like, I'm watching that channel, I'm being entertained by it. When I want to totally just get out of the trucking scene, I just go to the exotic cars usually.
Hmm.
But it's like these guys that are doing these exotic car channels, the channel itself is a business. It's not just entertainment. It is a business. You have to
It's an
spend
LLC.
money you have to
Hmm.
spend money on a car
Hmm.
and a channel and all the production and whatnot. But in the end, you have to get back more than you put in. If you don't, it's a hobby.
Right.
So people get pissy. It's like, well, this, that, and the other. When it comes to this costs that much, or how come you didn't do this, or why don't you do that? And I'm like, because you're talking about fortunes spent. Like, I'm not going to spend $1 to make a dime. The
Right.
idea is to make $1 out of 15 cents, not
Right.
the other way around.
Right.
Not to spend $1 to get 15 cents back. That don't work. That's
Right.
a hobby at that point. I have a train
Hmm.
set for that.
Right. Yeah. And people don't understand, like, that the guy in the comments was saying the other day, like, you should just throw everything away and start over again. It's like, no, people
Yeah.
as committed as we are into these trucks, you know, like, because one thing about, like, but Tim, reason he's so successful is because he has a favorite truck for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a international Eagle guy, he's got that. If you're a Peterbilt guy, he's got that. If you're a Freightliner guy, Kenworth guy. Well, I guess you don't have the Kenworth, but if you're whatever you like, he's got it.
Oh yeah.
He had the Wrecker at one point, the fire truck.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what you like, that man has got it. So you tune in, you don't know which one you're going to get, and that creates an excitement
Oh
for it.
yeah. Or what he's hauling. It's always something
Yeah.
different. So
Yep.
it's always
Exactly.
always
Right.
there.
Right.
Somebody mentioned about editor on here. I was kind of watching the chat here, and I'm not ignoring everybody, just trying to crosstalk a little, get people jumping in here. I had put a post on my community tab that I was here, so hopefully that'll gain you some traffic. But yeah, I use Adobe Premiere Pro on a big gaming computer, and same with the laptop. It's physically small, but it's a large computer indoors. Guns and Gears, I see on here. He's watching. I met him. I know him personally. We ran into him at me and Jen were out on a motorcycle and ran into him at a bar. He just kind of walked up to us and told us that he watched the channel, and I'm like, all right, well, sit down and grab a beer. Next thing you know, we're at the campground drinking and having a great time. And
nice.
him and his buddy that rode up from Texas. So riding buddies up here.
Wow.
So there's life outside of trucking and YouTube. We play games. We got the razor, we twist the throttle. We play the games, so we gotta enjoy life.
Right.
But yeah, that's there. Anybody else grabbing here? Oh, Josh's Trucking Adventures. I guess he's talking to somebody else here. Jim W says opposites attract. I don't know if it's an opposites attract thing or if it's when you look at this is gonna sound dumb. Go back to the movie Convoy when we're all sitting in the truck stop, right? Everybody's represented in that truck stop while they're waiting for that cop to go around busting chops and looking at plates and all that. Mm-hmm. Everybody was represented in there. Guys from New York, guys from down south. Everybody was represented. And I think in the end, it's like, at least in here, even internationally, trucks are everywhere.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Truckers are not the same. We have the same job. Obviously, we drive the truck, but in the end, you could be from New Jersey, you could be from South Carolina, California, Romania, wherever. I mean, Poland, Italy. Trucking YouTube is worldwide.
Yeah, because one thing about trucking,
I see Iranians on here watching these channels. Yeah. I'm like, holy crap!
Because you can have polar opposites. You can have a big Confederate guy, and you want to be like what do you call it? Hebrew? What do you call them? Israelite, whatever guys, and they have the same truck or identical trucks. It's going to spark a conversation.
Exactly.
You can have two polar opposites to where they do not belong in us. You can have a Crip in the blood. And both of them's got a nice truck, and it'll spark a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But that's one thing about trucking. I mean, it could be either or. It could be some conflict, but at the same time, there's somewhat of that brotherhood still there. Somewhat. It's not completely gone yet.
Oh, yeah. Mac asked me what kind of bike do I've got. Well, I've got my father's old Goldwing, which is an 85 Honda Goldwing Aspen Kate. It's a 1200 carbureted, and then I've got a 14 Harley Softail Deluxe, which that bike is basically a 103 cubic inch engine, handlebars, and a seat. When you ride that bike, unless you put the travel pack on it, you either put it in your pockets or leave it behind, which is my favorite type of bike. Not practical, but fun. So that's the bike. I see Wrong Way is in here somewhere. People saying hi to him. Matt goes, I want to see Orwell running again. You and me both. Speaking of cab overs, that's kind of the thing. That's what splashed me on scene was the cab over. Getting Orwell up here on the channel.
Mm-hmm.
That's how that all started.
Actually, you want to tell them the idea that we had concerning Orwell to see if that's something they would be interested in watching?
Well, yeah. It's kind of. I'll let Shimon get into it deeper, but he has this idea. I don't know how I could logistically do it, but especially where I'm at now. But he's kind of biting off of the Snowed In series that Heavy D does. Kind of like, long story short, his kind of idea was get a bunch of guys with other channels come into the shop and kind of like stay on property for X amount of days and just thrash on Orwell to just get a lot of guys working on the truck at the same time. That's kind of the idea. Logistics of that could be an issue because, when you get 5 guys working on one truck, in the end, you start getting different, you get different ideas of what should be done. But in the end, a truck really only has one owner. And then it's a matter of, it's a shop. Where does everybody stay, And then I lease the property. So I don't own that property. So I have to worry about too much trouble at somewhere that's not mine. But it's an idea and on ways to it was an idea, ways to get people in there to just jumpstart the truck moving forward, because clearly it takes me a long time just to get stuff done with just being one person for the time being.
Yeah, then you got different ways of doing things. You got different personalities. All that's gonna uh yeah, you get a bunch of truck drivers in one room, you
Yeah,
know.
exactly. Now, I personally, I'm more a favor of the one at a time type thing, right? Not five guys thrashing on one truck, and next thing you know, it turns into pandemonium. But I might be more inclined on the, one, five or six different YouTubers, but one at a time, and at
Mm.
whoever pace. Obviously, they can film to their heart's content to doing it, which of course jumpstarts people's channels or helps people's channels grow, doing the collabs. So I might be more in tune to that. But right now well, I've got two elephants to eat. I guess I've got to finish the RGN, and then we got this bomb you're getting ready to drop.
Yeah. What's this? Can't see all that right there. Down it up. All right, so guys, so actually, I guess you can go and elaborate on a little bit because you've actually put your hands on the truck and everything. Um, with the video you just dropped, what was it, a couple of days ago?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so you all saw on Steve's video that we were inquiring about bringing Euphoria, the green cab, over to Matt's Mid America Truck Show. And so we finally got it confirmed yesterday. The truck will be there. Whether we got to roll it in there or whether we got to drive it in there. So we did get special permission to where whether it runs or not, whether she wants to cooperate or not, they will. They want us to bring the truck. And so that's where Steve has to come into place because y'all saw his video of him doing the whole assessment on the truck. But it's kind of last minute. And so with it being last minute, we're not able to really put the work into the truck that we're wanting to. Because it was 5 weeks till Matt's. Yeah, yesterday made 5
Yeah,
weeks.
5 weeks.
Yeah, so rather than risking taking the truck apart and running back into the same issue we had at GBATS, it's going to be just to bring the truck as is. So, but she will be there. But there is going to be some work that needs to be done to that truck.
Oh
Because then
yeah.
after that show, we got so Tony Justice had invited us to his truck show in Bristol, Tennessee.
Yeah,
At
large cars and guitars, that one's
yeah,
called.
large cars and guitars. So actually, when I get off this live, I need to hit him up.
Well, we
But
could talk about that backstory real quick just to make it make sense. So we were talking about initially we were just talking about what will it take to get Euphoria to large cars and guitars, which buys us some time. So I was like, all right, I can get the RGN out. I can get running with that. That gets us some time. I was hoping to maybe look into getting a driver after Mid America to get in Black Dog so I could stay in the shop. I mean, Elaine, in my FLD, Elaine is not in that bad a shape. Actually, it won't take that much to get it up and running, especially with Four States help with that. I mean, heck, the biggest thing that thing has is the hood. Hood's all screwed up, and they got like, I don't know, 8 or 9 last I saw, literally sitting on the ground in stock up there. So it wouldn't take a lot. So my idea was put someone in Black Dog. I'll drive Elaine and work the shop, and then build up to it. That was kind of the plan. And then it was like, okay, well, what about Mid America? And I'm like, ugh. Like, I wasn't thrilled about the idea because it was kind of like, okay, we're gonna run right, just smack right into the same timing issues, and then what can be brought in, what can't, what's suitable for Mid America. Let's be honest, GBATS is more of it's a good show, but it's more of a lowbrow type show. It's not like all corporate snooty types. Just a bunch of truck drivers hanging out. It's got like a county fair type feeling, where Mid America is more of the pinky up, while you sip on $300 a glass liquor. That's kind of the different in the feel of the shows. It's not saying truck drivers shouldn't go. It's just it's more of a corporate type show. It's a business environment more than a bunch of guys hanging out doing burnouts at a truck and tractor pull.
right.
Anything goes. So it was just like, okay, should we even bring this truck? And then it became, for me, it's like, okay, I'm the shop, I'm the transporter. There's a price to do what's needed, meet the price, the job gets done. It's not up to me whether the truck should be done or not. But when I did that video, it was just, I was worried about if it comes apart. And those that saw the video saw I wasn't exactly soft on the throttle. In fact, the second loop around the shop, I damn near drifted it around my trailer. She was bouncing pretty good. I gave it the beans. I was like, if it's going to break, I need it to break now.
Right. Yeah, I don't like you said in the video. There's something about that truck. Like she wants to get back on the road, and so we
Oh,
can't.
yeah. Like I said, that truck wants to do stuff. It's hard to explain. You start the thing up. I mean, you would think it would give you a hard time. It really doesn't fight you too much, especially in the cold. Doesn't fight you too much. And once it's up and running, the engine just hit that throttle. You feel the power. And it's like, all right, she wants to go do something. She wants to go be a truck again. And you can tell I know it sounds crazy. That truck's got a lot of heart to it and it wants to do stuff. So Venus Fly goes, Euphoria is blessed. Might just be. But no, the truck needs help, but it's done its job thus far for you. So, and we'll press on. But
yeah,
you get a truck in there before me, really. But that's all right.
Hey, no, you had Orwell in there a couple of years ago, didn't you?
Orwell was never in the building, no.
Who was it you or what? No, was it no. Who had the truck out there on the West Wing, the South Wing?
Oh, that was so the first year I ever went to Mid-America, Gentry bought the white International cab over, the stretched out Walmart truck.
Right. And that's the first time I met Tim. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No. We met you at Max 24 with the Blue Peterbilt for Weston.
Right, but I had met Tim the year before that.
You met him the year prior?
Just as a fan. I didn't even that was about 2 days before I even started my YouTube channel. Because I started it right after that show. So that was the year I met Just Trucking. I met Tim. But I had just started watching Trucker YouTube. So I really had no idea who anybody was. I just remember seeing that cab over on the internet.
Yeah. So that year was the first year we met our other friend in common. Me and Timmy did, and he told me that idea, and I'm like, "What?" I'm like, it's an insanity waiting to happen. But apparently, they can build what they said they're building. Of course, that's that little tease,
right?
But that's first year I met him. But yeah, so that was, and it was funny. Timmy got when he did it was a whole separate section to show. If you didn't know what was in there, you could do the whole show and think you saw the whole show, and it's a whole nother building. So now they got it all together in one, which is much better now, thankfully. And I remember Timmy got mobbed. Like it was just so many people at the booth where it blocked the aisles and people got pissed. So at that point, he had to get bigger boots. So Max 24, that was the truck. That's when he brought the Weston truck up there. Me and you were hanging out over there at that booth when you had the wagon full of kids and Laura and all of that. And then the following year he had Rooster in there, and that was right about the time everything started getting to be problematic for me. We'll just leave it at that. No one knew the
extent.
No one knew the extent of the blast radius.
Yeah.
Of what, or even who dropped the atomic bomb. But yeah. Somebody dropped a bomb and everybody got caught up in the blast radius, and that had to be dealt with. But it got dealt with.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, we had Rooster over there, and we got home, and that's what I had thought. At the time, I had said, well, maybe we'll try to plan for Orwell to get in the following year, not knowing that we were going to do a whole frame. A whole frame rebuild, add a fourth axle to the truck, and then find out I'd be doing it with me and Jen alone.
Yeah,
we didn't know that then either.
Kind of willing to just bite the bullet and get the truck there. I mean, just to say you have a truck at Matt's, if they accept it, no matter the condition, whether it gets hate or love, hey, you could at least say I had a truck at Matt's. But we need to get Orwell in there next year, which I
Yeah. Well,
kind of
right
have an
now,
idea. I had an idea this morning I'm gonna talk to you about as far as getting that truck in that booth, to where it's not on your own tab or in a
well,
booth, I should say.
yeah. Well, right now, the biggest problem as far as Orwell goes is simply, getting a truck put together. It's just a matter of time and money. Everyone's like, oh, you're spending all this time, this, that, and the other. Black Dog and that RGN that I'm working on is the majority of the income coming into this business.
Mm-hmm.
So with that trailer down,
Right.
we're restricted in what we can do. So things
Right.
have to get up on that step there. But we're exploring other options to get Orwell done. But once Orwell's done, things will get better. It's just I've got to alter. Remember that atomic bomb blast radius? I have to work within the confines that I have, and basically including surviving the damage done. There was a lot of damage
Mm-hmm.
done, so it is what it is. You have to adapt and overcome, and that's what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Did you ever get that cab over for parts? So we haven't bought it for parts. I'm going to contact the owner and see, hey, because we don't need many parts off that truck. So I don't want to buy the truck just to only use one or two parts off of it, and then Steve have to just store the truck there, which would make any sense. So what we're going to do is just see, hey, so Steve's going to be going through the whole entire truck, everything from nose to tail, from head to toe, and see what all we need on that truck, and then just see if we can part out that other truck and to get those in there. And as far as
Yeah, but
stacks
I
and all
can't
that
have
kind
a
of
parts
stuff,
truck sitting in the yard.
yeah, exactly. And it's just sitting there,
Yeah,
So
because in
we're,
the end, you wind up just not destroying it, but it gets, I mean, it's a shop, and here it's the house. I can't just have parts trucks everywhere. So it'd be nice, but it don't work that way.
right. Yeah. Then as far as putting stacks and all that kind of stuff on it, it's a lot of money last minute to do all that kind of stuff. So we're looking at 5 weeks till the show. And when you sit there and flip the tab to hurry up and get the stacks on there, new bumper, lights, and all that stuff, it's a pretty pin. I mean, it's not much, but trying to do that last minute and cough up that money to do that kind of stuff is a lot. And we have some other priorities. We're still trying to get the classic situated up and going. If I have to get the FLD towed from Laredo home, that's going to cost me $5,000. You know, um,
Yeah, for
it's it's
record
it's a
does it.
it's a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah. So trying to cough up, you know, thousands of dollars last minute in the last 5 weeks of the show. Now, had we had more time and we talked about this back in November, then that'd have been one thing. But with all these different things going on at once, the FLD, the trying to get the classic back on the road, that's going to cost me, a little bit. Even though, I got help on it, financially and stuff. Like Tim's looking out when I get the truck out there, or even if I get the truck out there to you, But it's just everything is money, 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 time.
Yep.
And trying to do all that last minute, you're just kind of shooting in the dark. Like, oh, I'm just going to throw this much money at that. And then it's like, well, after the show, then what? But then also when you're at the show, you're trying to sell merch to kind of hope, recuperate some of those funds at the same time.
Yep.
Then you got to go buy merch. Merch is another expense to hopefully at least, even out at the show and not take a loss. So it's a lot. When we go to these truck show, guys, man, it's a lot of money that we have to put up front just to hope that we at least make, we
Boots at Mid
mental.
America are more than most people think that they are. I mean,
Oh yeah.
I thought about getting one of my own, just bring Black Dog in and sell merch, but I'm like, if it's just going to be a push,
Yeah.
then maybe not. So I'm like, you know what? Originally, my thought was, all right, we'll just jump in the car, head down, hang out with everybody, and then just come home. That was kind of the thought. And then, this come up. I'm like, all right, well, we could bring the truck down. It's not really a big deal. Obviously, there's a price on it. I'm not going to discuss that, but there is a price.
Yeah, and
For
then
that
also
one.
to have a big enough booth for the truck, and then
Yep.
let's say you spend 20 grand on a booth. What about furnishing that booth with TVs and couches and because you don't want just a big old empty booth with just a truck sitting there.
Right.
You got to buy the
Here's,
furniture or rent the furniture from them.
Yeah, see, here's the point right here. Like most people, and I'm not picking on anybody here, so don't take us wrong way there. But what to say here? Tow the FLD to FCR in Tennessee. Okay, number one, you got to make a deal with FCR to get the paint. They're not going to just paint it for free. Okay. Number one. Number two, do you have any idea what it costs to run from Laredo to, I forget where in Tennessee they're at exactly. Crossville, right? Crossville? I think Crossville.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, just real quick. Oh, hang on. I move you guys over there for a minute.
Battery.
No, blocking my keyboard. No, not that one. Wait on. Where am I at here? Maps and email are right next to one another. So, directions.
Yeah, because just to get the FLD from Laredo to Houston is going to cost me about $5,000. Imagine Tennessee. You're looking at a $10,000, $15,000 tow bill. Not to mention the paint job, because they're FCR, they're going to charge a pretty penny to paint that truck. So then you're looking at another 15, 20 grand. So just those two things alone, you're looking at 30, 40 grand.
Well, I'll tell you right now.
For a $10,000 truck.
Right. So Laredo to Crossville, you're 1,206 miles.
So double. So you're looking at about a $10,000 to $12,000 tow bill.
Yeah, you're just towing. If going on an RGN, you're tickling $8,000.
What else?
So just a simple comment of, well, just tow it here. I'm like, okay, you're $8,000 in trucking plus paint job.
Mm-hmm.
You just spent $25,000.
Mm-hmm. On a $10,000 truck, $15,000 truck.
Now I'm sure if someone handed Shimon $25,000, it would be boom, done, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
But who's handing out money these days?
Right.
I shake these strings out in the yard, no money falls.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I've tried.
Yeah. So people say, "Oh, just do this. Oh, just okay." Well, how much money? Even if I was sitting on a pile of money, is it smart to spend that money? Or can that money go somewhere else? Is it smart to spend $15,000 on a tow bill, or can I put $15,000 into Euphoria and that covers the whole entire truck? Or 15 grand into the Classic would do wonders for that truck.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just just pay that. No, it's not that easy.
Right, and again, it's like, okay, the assumption is that another shop would paint it for the views, and I'm like, that's a big assumption for a high end paint shop.
Right there. Can't you just put the truck on one of Tim's RGNs? Well, if I use Tim's RGN, is he going to charge me to rent that RGN? Is he going to make a loss? Because let's say I do use his RGN, the next day he gets a call on the load to where he needs that RGN. Is he going to now lose out on money because I'm using his RGN? So it's not just, hey, ask Tim to use this, ask Tim to use that. No, the man is there to make money. And if it doesn't make sense financially, I'm not going to ask him to do anything.
And what if there's a loss on equipment?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like accidents don't happen.
Yeah. What if I have a blowout on the trailer? I'm parked at a truck stop and somebody backs into the trailer. There's a whole liability issue there too.
Yep. It's not like things can't be done. It's just that how many favors do you want to call, or just assume that everybody's just going to do favors? It sounds dumb, but for me personally, there's a lot of things I could do and ask for that probably would help me, but I don't want to ask. In other words, I'd rather offer favors. I don't like asking for favors unless I absolutely need them. Okay. Because if you're always asking for favors, and then you really need it, then it's like, well, listen, I've already done this, that, and this, that, and the other. Now you really need, and now I've already kind of expended all the capital. It's like, I'd really rather just handle it myself and not ask for favors. I'd rather offer the favors, because if I'm offering, that already means it's no sweat. I could do it without a problem.
Right.
Like you're talking about hauling your trucks around. I'm like, okay, if I get a load to Texas, I don't have a problem with doing it.
Right.
I haven't been back to Texas. In fact, I have not been in Texas with the semi for quite a long time. I haven't been close to Texas with the semi since I hauled those strikers down to Colorado, and even that was a tremendous amount of deadhead. So the attitude was, we'll just wait till I come back, and Texas loads didn't pop up, so it hasn't happened yet.
But right there,
go to Texas specifically to go move your truck.
Right.
But if I am in Texas, then I don't have a problem doing it. Right. But I have to already be there is the point.
Right. If somebody asks, can you rent an RGN from somebody else? Well, to legally do that, you got to have the right kind of insurance too. And if I do it myself, I have to go out and get my own DOT number, get my own MC number.
You couldn't rent one anyway, because even if you got your DOT number now, it'll be a while before anybody will rent to you. Like right now, I've been driving truck 27 years, but my authority started in July. I'm a new entrant, AKA, as far as insurance companies go and rental companies go, I'm an absolute rookie, according on paper, even though I've been running trucks for 27 years.
Right.
Go figure that, because my authority's new. So yeah, renting equipment is not even an option.
And then if your insurance even allows it.
Right. And you're renting it again. If you're renting, you're not renting from a company like Iloca. You'd have to rent it from like a buddy. Then it gets nasty as far as insurance wise. Right now, you're in Timmy's truck using Timmy's trailer. So if you haul your truck with his truck, his trailer, who's paying the overhead on equipment that's being wore down, and it isn't making the truck owner any money? It gets to be a dicey situation. That's kind of where we're at with that. So it's like, listen, I'm not going to discuss numbers, but there is a number that I had said, if Euphoria goes to Louisville, I'm the transporter. You're welcome to have anybody else transport it. But if I'm transporting it, this is my number. End of discussion. Don't care who it comes from. This guy falls from the sky. Don't matter. As long as that number's met, I'll transport the truck. That's the end of it. It's a business. Because think about it. I'm not bringing equipment to the show. I'll just take Jen's car down there and be just as easy for me. So to move the truck, there's a price involved. No, we've negotiated the price and dealt with it, but that's, people don't understand. It's a business, and it's very expensive to run this equipment around the country. Wolf Family says, for painting your truck, could I just cut your losses and paint it yourself, or maybe size down and take stress off of you? I know Steve seen his videos, but he's trying to keep money, but I'm trying to Wolf Family, you really need to rewrite that, brother. I have no idea what you're trying to say. Can the truck be painted ourselves? Yeah, I suppose it can be. That's one of those things where I tell Shimon all the time, I'm like, listen, when he can take the time off, come up here. We'll work on the truck. You want to paint that thing? I'll give you the DA sander. You got the air compressor, turn it on, sander down to your heart's content. It's his truck. But we've thought about like that. Have Stoner Bob says, have the painter come to you. Okay. Who's paying him? Plus his travel time, and I don't have the equipment that they have down there. Hugh Stevenson says, people don't understand the expense of even moving a simple truck to a show. This is why I never did truck shows that I couldn't haul a load to.
See, how's it going getting your other two trucks up to Tim's place? That's the other thing. Tim's running. Tim's rolling. And so I'm not going to ask Tim to park or, stop making money to haul my trucks all over the place. If he just so happens to be in the vicinity or something, then yeah, okay. that's cool. But if he's not, I'm not going to ask him to. I'm not even going to hint at it, whatever. Yeah. But it's just being at the right place at the right time. But
we're trying also to do this. There's something that me and you have a lot in common, is the sense of independence.
Yes.
I'll have advice for you. You take it, you don't. Either way, because I could give you the best advice as a friend I could give you, but ultimately ultimately you're responsible for what happens. If it was my advice, but you took it, you're still responsible for what goes right or wrong. Again, he and I are very much in common with that. We don't like asking for favors. We'd rather handle it on our own, even if it takes us longer to do it. We'd rather do it all on our own. And that's where it gets dicey. It's like, okay, well, Tim could do this and Tim could do that. And I'm like, yeah, he can, but why bother the guy? It's not like he's not super busy trying to build his own business. I mean, he's doing real well with it, but people don't realize how busy the man actually is. So it's, it gets crazy when he gets into those bigger halls. He's all in, and he doesn't have the time to deal with, oh crap, I was going to try to do this favor for so and so. Now let him do his thing, man. The bigger he gets, rising tide rises all ships. But in the end, we do need to try to stand on our own as best as we can. Here I am at Steve. Will you put Orwell's old tranny into the green cab over? No, we discussed that, and that's not me being an ass. But that transmission is going into Oscar. I would have considered selling it if I didn't have a use for it, but I do have a use for it. In fact, come spring, I legitimately need it. So here coming up soon as this winter weather doesn't know whether it wants to be cold or hot or figure out what it's going to do. But as soon as we can actually start making moves on this property to start getting equipment here, I need that truck operational. So I get good content out of it, which is why I got it. But I need it, and I need that transmission. And since I have it, it's doing nothing but making sure my cement floor stays cemented to the ground. It's going to go in Oscar. So that's why I'm not selling Orwell's old transmission to him.
Yes, guys, we will. I will be at Large Cars and Guitars. I will try my best to be there. I'm still trying to work out the details on it. But I still got to hit up Tony to even see what transmission you need for the green truck. 13s. Well, you know the specifics of it, Steve.
Well, he's got a 13 in it right now. The ID tag is missing, so we don't know exactly what model number it is. To me, it looks like a 146, but that's what Orwell has or had. Orwell's 84, Euphoria's 83, so it's in the same ballpark. My 79 had a 96-13 in it. It was a usable transmission 10 years ago. It's been sitting this long. I have no idea how good it would be as far as whether it would leak or whether the air slides would still function. But it appears to be a 146. But
I'm
any
halfway
transmission
tempted.
swap would need a new drive shaft.
Yeah, I'm halfway tempted to try that transmission. Halfway tempted.
Yeah, till you have to do all the work to change out the transmission to find out it don't work.
Yeah,
and then you're ripping it out again. It's like, man,
to put the right one in there.
Listen, I know sometimes people don't understand why I do the things I do, but a while back, a guy in the off-roading world taught me a saying is like, buy once, cry once. In other words, it's like, if you buy something, give me an example. My neighbor next door at the shop, he bought $9 Amazon Universal garage door openers, 2 of them, $18 whole dollars. He spent hours and hours and hours trying to get these stupid things to work, and they don't work right. So is it $18 missing, or a lifetime that he owns this thing crying that they don't work right, but he only spent $18 for the Chinesium crap from Amazon? He didn't buy once, cry once. He bought once, was happy for the price. Now he's going to cry for the next 5 years that his crap don't work. Buy once, cry once means you spent the money on the quality, and you cry about the spending the money on the quality once. And then you have the duration of using it, not worrying about it. That's what that means. So let's see here. I feel like Tim is the same thoughts. He doesn't mind helping out, just like all y'all don't mind, but it has to make sense for all parties involved. Absolutely. That's the way it works. It's with everybody. Will either one of you help Tim work on his project trucks when he starts on them? Well, I have helped him in the past with other projects. He's helped me a lot in the past too. Not on working on a truck, but listen, selling me Black Dog at the price he sold it to me. So yeah, that helped out big time. But he's got a shop to run, he's got a business to run, as do I. So we kind of, to be honest, I would rather hang out with Tim at the show, shoot the bull, hang out, have some drinks, be happy, be friendly, all of that, and then go run our respective businesses the way we run them, and so forth.
I mean, yeah, because we hang out, we do things, but working together, like everybody has their own entity, and we'll do. You have the spoon. We'll do collaborations and stuff, but it has to make sense for, like you say, all parties.
Oh, absolutely.
Nobody likes losing money or, you know,
Well, we're
or
all friends, but we all got businesses too. So it's
yeah,
like we're very busy, and to be honest, we live a good distance away from one another, so it doesn't.
right.
It would be easy if he was down the block.
Right. That'd be yeah. Who you telling?
Yeah. Exactly. Here I am says, are you guys going to do a collab on something this year? Maybe do a gentry load together. That's actually very possible once I get my trailer finished. Man, I'm so damn close too. It's like, dude, let me tell you something. I'm not going to rant, but this goes back to Euphoria. This goes back to Orwell. This goes back to my trailers. All the receipts are at the shop because all the part numbers I have for my maintenance records. But if I add up I'll have to do this. If I add up the receipts in valves, fittings, and hoses, I bet you in fittings alone, in just fittings, I bet you I'm $800 in fittings. Now add air hoses. Now add valves. Just on a trailer. Every time I've been just to get the stuff that I didn't get through 4 states, it's $400, $600. It's just a box of stuff, fittings, hoses, and so on. Every time I go to that store, it's like $200, $300, $400, $500, $600. I'm like, oh, whoa! All I was doing was spray painting a trailer. Yeah, add it up.
Let me see.
FJC Trucking. Brass ain't cheap. No, it is not.
You see, can Crystal help you with the truck? Crystal. Well, first of all, she more than likely have to waste a day, getting the truck up there. But then also with those trailers that she has, I don't think they're even.
They're very tall.
Yeah.
The Feynmanvilles are basically step decks.
Right. That's what I thought.
And yours is a condo. So your truck needs to be hauled on an RGN to be as low as possible. Okay. Number one. Number two, it's awful nice. And again, Mac, I'm not picking on you or anybody else in particular, but we're just volunteering Crystal Miller without discussing this with Crystal Miller. See what I'm saying? That doesn't really work that way. It's not like she's not aware of the situation, but I know Crystal pretty well. I don't know how well Shimon knows Crystal or Crystal knows Shimon. So, it's one of those.
Can you do it for a friend?
Exactly. And Crystal's done me a couple of very good solids. So she doesn't have to, but then again, some of the things that she's done also helps her. There's nothing wrong with doing me a favor that also benefits her later on. There's nothing wrong with that. So it works out good. We've got a great professional relationship, between me and Crystal. She's easy to work with. She's easy to work. I don't want to say for, but she brokers me freight, so she's the freight broker in the FestJack Trucking Miller Transport version of it. But she's easy to work with, either on site or on the phone or via text, figuring out freight. It's just not a hard thing. I'm not going to complicate it. Hey, can you do my friend a favor? No. If she wanted to offer help, she would offer help. Believe me, that woman is stupid busy right now, especially dealing with her own trucks, her own trailers, and a shop that she just built, which is frightening. That I see what size of my dream shop would be. Yeah, I measured out the property on the east field over there, and I'm like, 80 by 100 don't fit over there. It might have to go on the other side. So Yeah, she's very, very, very busy. So, again, you can't really just demand favors. It's just the way that goes.
Mm-hmm.
Max says, Steve, are you going to make a shop like Tim did? Eventually. But I'm more, how I'll word this. I'm limited in what I can do based on A, the revenue the YouTube channel brings in, B, the revenue one truck, one trailer brings in while I'm paying a lease on another fairly large shop. I need more equipment running. I need more people running the equipment and or working in the shop. My son, Matthew, is a Marine. He's going to be getting out of the Corps this summer. He might come here. He might not. I eat my cup here. He actually bought me this from boot camp. That's why it's my favorite coffee cup. It's also larger than most. But either way, ask Jen. This is my coffee cup. The other one that Jen's got, it's a Marine mom one too. But anyway, he might come here to help out. You know what I mean, Josh, the Trucking Adventures. He'll always be a Marine, but he won't be active duty come summertime. So he'll come up here, maybe, maybe not. He might follow his own direction, and that's fine. But I also have to figure this all out. But right now, it's like, listen, straight up in my growth arc, I have to get more somehow. Meaning I probably have to get somebody else to help me out at a professional level. We're just a little gun shy with that. But I'll face my fears like I always do. I'll see here. Would you want a drive-through bay with a pit and 2 other doors? What I want for a shop, to be honest, is at least enough length to be able to get a truck and trailer in and close the door. I don't have enough property to have a building face north-south and have a drive-through. But if I did east-west, I would, but then the wind would make a big draft through the doors. So north-south is the way to put the peak of the building up here with the wind. But yeah, I just want big enough to be able to get a truck and trailer in there and shut the doors, minimum 2 bays wide, and have extra space for storage is minimum. So my dream was 80 by 100, but you're talking north of $250,000 just for the building and the concrete.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's cash money.
Western Traveler said, check with SH Tube to have a transmission. Well, even if he gave me a free transmission, how you gonna get it from Kentucky up to Tennessee? Well, no, Kentucky to Wisconsin. And he can just throw that in the back of a car and go.
No, that's pickup truck work there. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've done it. You move and pick up, not a problem, but
yeah, but then you got takeoff time and loss of revenue, gas, and getting by that time you might as well just buy a transmission locally.
No, we got it. I got it. Listen, I got a good driveline guy up here I've dealt with for many, many years. And they've been on my channel before when they rebuilt Orwell's transmission. And we got a great working relationship with them. So to me, that's the driveline place. There's places closer to here, or not here, but my shop, because I'm 45 minutes from my shop right now, which is weird, but it is what it is. Anyway, they're my go-to driveline guys. They are the ones that, when you pick up the transmission from them, you're shaking hands with the guy that put your transmission together. So you meet the guy to put it together, and the guy to put it together meets the driver. So if something goes wrong with the transmission, you guys have to look each other in the eye as to why something happened. So to me, it's much better that way. Transmissions are probably the second most expensive part of the truck, second only to the engine. So it's just a matter of money and time for a transmission in there. I do not like the idea of putting a used transmission in it, only in the fact that with the truck's long-term goal, you just want to get a good transmission and be done with it, and you won't have to worry about it for quite a long time. Because in the end, when you're running it down a road and you're out in Wyoming heading to where you're going now, you don't need to worrying about, oh man, I remember we did put a used transmission in here and I hear this extra noise. And it's like, yeah, it starts to worry you.
Having the transmission shipped to Steve? That is going to be a lot of money.
You know what a transmission weighs? I'm kind of curious. I never actually weighed one, but there they are up there. Let me see if the Google Terminator machine could tell me.
Now, I mean, yeah, ideally in a perfect world, to the guy who did Tim's transmission, yeah, but you also got to have Tim Gentry money, to get a transmission from there. He's probably, and then also, even if I did get a transmission from him, I got to get it shipped up to Wisconsin. If I do it myself, I got to ask Tim to borrow a pickup truck or rent one. Find a way to load it up on there, get it up to Steve. I'm taking 3 or 4 days off of work to do that. That is going to be a hefty amount of money to miss out from. It's just not as easy as, oh, get a transmission from here. Like, no, even if I got a free transmission, you still got to pay the cost to have it transported, and that's not cheap.
I don't know if this includes bell housing, but the RTLO 189-13A weighs closer to 716 pounds.
Oh.
I don't know if that includes bell
FJC was
housing.
right on it. He said 600 to 800.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's you're not just picking one up and setting it in the back of a pickup. That takes forklifts or equipment to do it. So it's and then it's it's a shipping thing, all of that. It's for me, it's just we talked about transmission. We either rebuild the one we got or get a newer 13-speed, put it in there, get a new drive shaft that is a little bit shorter because the newer one will be a little bit longer in the case, and it'll be done. Like once it's in, it's done. Not have to worry about it.
Yeah, to get a transmission from your guy, somewhere between $3,500 to, let's just say, $4,500. Versus if I went down to Tim's guy and got that done, I'm probably looking at like $6,000 to $8,000 plus shipping.
Right. Yeah, it's not helpful. It's like we already know what the price is to get yours rebuilt. So by the time you're done with shipping a used one, yours is rebuilt for this. So it's just time and money and lack. Oh yeah, it plus his warranty with yours rebuilt or a new one from the same place.
Right. Because if something happens, then I gotta, then you gotta ship the transmission back for warranty work or try to get it there. Rather than, like you said, doing it locally where you can look the guy in the eye and be like, hey, this is what it is.
Oh, Ginger's on here. Jeremy's
wife. Is Jeremy behaving over there?
Probably not. Richard Corley says, would transmission cost $10,000? No, you're not $10,000 in the cost, but once you start putting labor to it, it can get up there pretty high. Clutches are cheap. It's the labor to install one and then do an input shafts, bearing and seal. It just starts adding up. But yeah, clutches themselves are like $800-900. But $3,500 to get one in because you're paying $100 some an hour to have the whole, and how much of the truck has to come apart to do a clutch. That's why they're so expensive. The parts are cheap compared to the labor. It's just so much to do it. Stoner Bob asked, am I in Wisconsin? Yes, I am in Wisconsin, and Shimon's on the road, and he's based out of Texas. And he works for Timmy, based out of Tennessee.
A lot of moving around.
Yep. Let's see here. Stoner Bob also says, our next restoration project is a fire truck. Oh, that could be fun. FJC Trucking said he pulled a 10-speed out of a Mack yesterday.
Right, ET to make short E words. ET.
Asking the frame of the question, why not ship one? They said over and over again, takes money. You just keep asking. It's funny. Yeah. And that's the thing. Everybody, there's the assumption because of YouTube that everybody makes a boatload of money, and it's not what you think it is.
I mean, even if it is, does it make sense? Even if we were getting buku money off of YouTube and sponsors, at the end of the day, am I going to get not only a return on my investment, but a quick return on my investment?
Well,
because
when you look at Orwell, okay, and what I'm facing when it comes to Orwell, right? Transmission, just the cost alone, okay? You're loosely, I'm gonna give my exact quote, but you're between six and $7,000 approximately. That's just the transmission. We haven't put a clutch and flywheel yet. That's just to get the transmission, set it in by dually, have a nice day. Still got to build the engine, the block work in it, and the head's done, the block is done. I still have to put it all together. That's 6 cylinders. That's all new bearings. Probably an injector pump. The injector pump you're looking at $7,000 to rebuild. So just start adding all this up. You're probably 20 all in. The engine's going to be probably 15 to 20. Okay, after what I already spent now on just getting the block done. So you have another 15 to 20 in the engine, another 6 to 7 for the transmission. There's a clutch to go in between, right? Custom drive shaft, carrier bearings. Start adding it up, right? You're going to rapidly, again, remember those fittings we were talking about, just redoing the trailer? All new airlines. You're going to spend easy $40,000-$50,000 to get Orwell back going beyond what I've already done.
plus downtime. Because while
Yeah,
you're in
because
the
we
shop,
working on it.
you're not out there
We
moving
working
freight.
on it. Yeah, and I can make some videos on it, but videos are never going to pay what the truck costs to get to going.
And it's going to take you 2 months to get that money on that video.
Exactly. It takes time. So you do what you can.
Ford State does not sell transmissions.
That'd be nice if they did, but no, they do not.
Who you telling? I mean, about everything else we can get, but
Transport Repair on Town Street might have one in stock, and it's 3rd generation truck repair company. I have no idea where that is. This is not as bad as a glider kit. Yeah, again, that's big money making one of those. Dr. Diff says, Steve, are you taking the merch trailer to Matt's? I'm bringing Euphoria down. That's it, and that's not even my deal. That's just FSO. At this point, you're doing it just you love the truck. Well, there's that. The truck will make money when it's finished and hauling bigger loads, this, that, and the other. But I have to get it there first. That's the trick. So it's like, okay, things are not. Listen, and that's the other thing, I can't stress this enough without getting too much in detail. When I made the decision that I was going to do what I was doing with Orwell, I did not know an atomic bomb was going to be dropped, and I didn't know the blast radius of the atomic bomb. I didn't know it was coming.
yeah.
There goes the train. You're the train over here locally.
Yeah, because all in with Orwell, you're probably downtime, costs and everything. You're looking at probably what a good 70 to 80 grand easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, the thing is, with all the problems and whatnot going on, I'm still here. We're still fighting. Yeah. We're still growing as best as we can. So that is it.
Yeah. So whenever are you going to finish Orwell? I mean, like whenever I see that question, I think, boom, 70, 80, 90 grand. Just every time, somebody mentions it, it's like, where you going to just pull 80 grand, from the sky?
Yeah. No, right now, like I said, my biggest thing is to get done what I've got. For me, get done what I've got on my plate right now, and it'll work towards growth. Everything I do, whether people agree with it or not, is it's chess, not checkers. You can make one move that's quick and easy, or you can make the better move that ultimately puts you in a better position, months, if not years later. I might be able to do something fast for now, but you got to bear in mind, every move I make, there's a future that people don't see that's on the same chessboard because you're looking at one piece rather than all the pieces. It's hard to explain, but everyone thought it was silly to get the Brockway. Okay, until you see what I got to get done here. I'm not in this house because I just like the house. You know, we're here because we wanted to expand and build and use this and utilize this property that the house sits on. Well, the Brockway's part of it. And we thought, it's just a fun truck to play with. No, it's to use it. What's the ultimate goal? You just don't see it at the time. You know, nobody thought when I was standing at old Two Stroker's place in New York that Brockway, as soon as I knew he was selling it, I was like, I need that in the future. I could use it immediately for a quick little content, but long term, it's a very useful piece of equipment to have. But I have no use for it today. Think the future. That's the difference. Oh, my phone has not stopped yet. Let's see here.
A lot of
So
work.
we're talking about where. So are we talking about where your truck is going to be? Because it's a big convention center.
Yeah. So the truck is going to be at the 10-4 booth. So 10-4 hit me up last week. They're like, hey, truck did pretty well at GBAC.
I don't know if you guys can hear. He's all of a sudden it sounded like a robot. You guys hear him okay? Because he started talking. It sounded like a robot on my end. I got another email. Stupid. Looking in the chat, looking for a new. Uh-oh. Shimon, can you hear me or no? Because last I heard you sounded like robotic. Oh, he looks froze. No, I'm looking on the screen. He's frozen. Oh, brother. All right. Well, I'll finish up if he can't bring it back, I'll explain. So there's a 10-4 Truck Insurance has their own booth at Mid-America. So they have a slightly larger booth than the normal one that they have. And Euphoria is going to be at the 10-4 booth. Seeing if I can go on the computer and show you about where it is. You may have to restart that live. I'm not sure. I guess I need to stay. Oh, yeah. Let me text him quick. Give me 1 minute, guys. I'm going to shoot him a text. Make sure he knows he froze. I bet he already does. You're frozen. I don't know what happened over there. I don't know where he's at, if he's in a bad area or not. But yeah, either way, he's going to be at the 10-4 Truck Insurance booth up there. Oh, looks like he's back. You back?
Yeah, I got a phone call.
Oh, is that all it was?
Yeah, phone call.
All right there, Gentry Jr. It screws up his lives. But no, I was saying your truck's going to be at the 10-4 booth over there. I was going to try to show a diagram on my computer as to where actually the booth is.
Okay. Here, let me make a call real quick. I'll hop right back on.
All right.
Before it. Okay.
All right. So I guess he's going to be froze up. So let's see here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to go on a computer, show you is where the booth will be and where everything will be. Mid-America Trucking Show, exhibit, floor plan. All right, what I'll do is I'll just reverse the camera here. Hopefully you guys can see this reasonably well. So zoom in. Whoa, too far. So up here, here's 4 states. Damn it. I hit the scroll on my mouse, and the scroll is not scroll. Scroll is zoom. So green APU is over here. 4 states is over here. And then 10-4 is down here. So Mac trailers, Brazos trailers, food courts are way down here. So if I remember right, yep, here you go, 10-4. So if you guys remember from last year, so this is 10-4. Tim Gentry's booth was, I think, here or here in this. Yeah, he was right around in this section here. I don't know if you can see my cursor. Gentry last year was right around here. So 10-4's booth is right here. See your bathrooms, your entranceways to come in out of the lobby, out of the south wing lobby to come in. So you walk right in, and Euphoria should be right here. That's the idea. Food courts are right here. That'll give you a rough idea. Last year, if you go all the way to the other side, like I said, this is this year's setup. So you go way on the other side, and then you've got all the way up here, 4 state trucks, green APU, TA, Landstar, all of that. You should recognize the rough idea of where everything is. So that's where 10-4 is going to be. That's where Euphoria is going to be. There we go. Where am I? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, and they said start a run or not. They want to get her in there. So hopefully she cooperates. So she just roll right on in there. But yeah, she'll be there. But I'll be at the Merit Products booth on Thursday from 1 till 3. Both of us will be at the Green APU booth on Friday from 1 till 3.
Yeah, 1 to 3 there. Yep. And I'll be at Thursday. I'll be at 4 states, 2 to 4.
Okay. And then what do you have for Saturday?
Nothing.
Okay.
I got nothing going on Saturday as of yet, anyways.
Yeah,
but
I'll
yeah,
be
I just
at.
kind of bounce around.
Yeah, I'll be at.
What do you mean by Stubbs Pilot Car asked, are they going to have everything open this year? Not sure what he means by that. Let's see here. Here I am, says, tell TA their food sucks. They don't care. They don't care. Somebody should go. I shouldn't say that. Never mind. I'm not going to say that. No, I can say that on Shamon's video. Wish I had a truck shows in Kalamazoo, Michigan. That would be sweet. Well, somebody might. He froze again. Looks like it. Deep fried Oreos. Ugh, sounds terrible. Be nice to be there. Y'all have fun at the show. For me too. Well, praying for y'all. Thank you there, Thunder Road. Gentry Jr. Oh, yeah. Every time Timmy goes on a live, I think they do that on purpose. He goes on a live and they start calling him and bombard him with phone calls. And then next thing you know, he's getting, he can't stay on his live because, he's getting all these phone calls. So let's see here. Guess I'll go back. I'm not sure you meant by that is everything open. So does Subway's food. You eat Subway when there's nothing available. He's back.
Yeah, my phone has been blowing up.
You need 2 of them.
I know, right? Yeah, usually I go off the iPad for that reason, but I didn't feel like setting the iPad up or trying to find a big enough place.
Yeah, now I got you. Oh, let's see here. I think Valley's booth is near 10-4, I think.
Yeah, Valley's like 2 rows down.
Oh,
yeah, I did see that. Yeah, I did see that
Valley
on
Chrome?
No, Valley Transport, where he's working with.
Yeah, I gotcha.
We would like to put stacks on it, but Steve's got to build a whole contraption to do all that.
Well, the truck didn't come with stack stands. The truck came with a spare tire rack that was made into a stack stand, and then the haul at home, we cut the stacks off. So that big fugazi rickety thing just got hacked off with a blowtorch and thrown in the scrap pile. So put stacks on that. We need to make something nice, and the truck most likely get a headache rack. So I have to know the headache rack to know how to build the stacks and how to route the exhaust. So it's one of those things I'm like, one leads to the other, kind of best to have both. And
yeah. And then
I'm
Merit
running out of
Products.
time rapidly. And to be honest, I am, again, at this point with Euphoria, I'm the shop and I'm the transporter, all of which takes money to work. There's, again, not going to discuss exact numbers, but there is a price. It's an hourly rate for working on trucks, and there's a price to transport. And there's
And for
multiple
labor.
people involved beyond the two people you see here. That's as far as I'm going to go with that conversation.
Yeah, because we want to do 8-inch stacks on the truck, and then Merit Products wants to sponsor a headache rack for it, and so it's just a lot, because you have the 4-state collaboration with the 10-4 collaboration with the Merit Products collaboration, our
Yep.
collaboration. It's just so many different names, and you don't want to piss
It's
anybody off.
the easiest thing to do is stuff like that, and that's what we don't have the time to. Let's say a headache rack comes in, and then stacks come in, and they just right there alone. The easiest way to do that job is have everything in the shop ready to go before I start the job, because then in the middle of the job, then something gets changed, and it might not work. Something might clash. It doesn't work. It sounds dumb. Let's put a headache rack on a truck. Okay. How are you going to mount it? Where are the cross members on this truck? I don't know. Can you put a U-bolt in there? I don't know. Do you have to put a clearance kit in there or a problem solver kit? I don't know. You don't know until you have everything on the ground together to put together. That's the way things work. It sounds dumb, but sometimes the easiest way to set stuff up is to literally mock it up, put it together. Sounds dumb. Like if you're welding stuff together, sometimes just tack weld crap together. That way, if you have to move it, you just break a tack weld and everything's good to go. But the time to find out a piece of metal don't fit isn't after you weld it in about 8 inches of weld to it. And it's like, oh, great. Now I got another 4 hours to grind that weld off.
Right.
Where if you made a tack weld, one swipe with a hammer and it's broke.
Yeah. And then yeah. And then even though Matt's is 5 weeks away, we don't have 5 weeks, because you'll be hitting the road like a week and a half before Matt's.
Exactly.
So even though Matt's is in 5 weeks, we don't have 5 weeks. And then there's also shipping. So even if I called everybody today and I said, "Hey guys, let's go ahead and ship ship the stack, ship the headache rack," it's going to take a week for everything to get there. So we're looking at only 2.5 weeks worth of 2.5 weeks of time to work with and do all this.
4 states can move stacks pretty quick. The headache rack, that's truck. Yeah. That's literally LTL carrier backing up to my door to deliver a pallet, a whole ass pallet.
Right.
So yeah, even the last load I got from 4 states was on that big pallet. I happened to be coming through Texas with the pickup, so we picked it up with the pickup truck. But that would have been LTL carrier backing up to my door, and I'd had to unload it with a forklift. So that's how that works. Frank asks, where in Wisconsin are you? I'm north of Green Bay. Well, the shop is west of Green Bay, and I currently am a little bit south of Green Bay.
Oh, come on, Steve. You don't want to put your address on there?
It's already out there.
Oh.
If you want to find my address, you're going to have to just look. But it's already out there. Yeah, this is not the place to F around. I'll leave it at that. This is not the place to F around. We've got piercing. When you get your ears pierced, we have all different types of hole sizes to put in the ear. Should anybody want to come around here, we've got everything from up close and personal to long distance, all in here. So yeah, even if you find the place, this ain't the place for you. Hi, boys. Greets from a huge fan from the Netherlands.
Oh, nice.
International audience. That's one of the coolest things going. RGN and Elaine and RGN and Orwell should haul with 4-axle 150K. I'm like, talking about what I could haul, I guess. We need a FSC Fugazi. Here I am. You trying to see Fugazi? I don't know how you spell Fugazi. We need an FSC Fugazi shirt. That'd be funny if I did. Folks don't always understand the logistics of a project. No, most do not. I know Brunner has a quick install kit. Maybe Merritt does too. That's Ginger again. Yeah, again, but you have to know where. Once you put the headache rack on the truck or just look at it, you can tell if there's a cross member in the way. Or it's like it's not just a headache rack; it's the kit you got to put it to the truck, and that's where it gets interesting. But yeah, and I'm not the guy of like, well, send every kit, and I'll use the one I need. I always kind of feel like that's just a little abusive.
Mm-hmm.
A resilient rider says, when am I hiring? At this point, I'm thinking spring into summer as far as the driver goes. Might look in a part-time mechanic potentially, not 100%, but that's kind of what we're thinking. I'm assuming you're asking me and not Shimon that. YouTube is a tool to use to promote your brand. Yeah, that's kind of what we do. I need to get better at promoting, the trucking company, basically. But problem is, it's literally I got two phones because I'm like, I do get odd emails about things, and people do figure out how to get a hold of me. But if I start giving out the phone number, then it's like the phone's never going to stop. So I'm not really sure what to do on that regard. I got to consider that. But right now, with the trailer being down, that'll be a little bit till I get it done. But we're getting real close. Let's see here. Going back with the comments here. You should pin your merch link in the chat. I guess I can. It's just fsctrucking.com. Yeah, I'll do both since I'm on the computer.
Get your book. Okay, just get the book. Listen, you do not color with these. You do not color with this.
Let's see here. Right.
Let's see, FSC, what trailer have you been using while yours is down?
I have been using a handful of Crystal's trailers. The last loads we did with her, I used a flatbed and a step deck. I'll have to hit. Yeah, sorry, guys. There you go. There's some merch links for anybody that wants to. That's the other thing, too. Everyone's like, oh, you should start a GoFundMe. I'm like, no. If only thing I'll do when I start asking, hey, you want to give me money? I'll be like, hey, I got this deal for you. Give me money and I'll give you a shirt. That's called a sale. I'd rather do that than just put my hand out for just quote unquote free money, So that's it. Genuine Shimon, you're both hard at it. When we have time, then go for it. Absolutely, Tim Ivins. Absolutely. The red color trailer looks like R.J. Corman. There's a lot of different colors in red when you start looking at the railroading. I mean, it's pretty interesting. I just tried to copy close to Pennsylvania Railroad's Tuscan red on the trailer. That's the idea. But yeah, there's other red ones involved. Don't really think I want to start theming the trucks after railroads, but I probably could. We do want to paint Elaine in green because Elaine is actually Jen's mom's name. So we want to use the green because Jen's mom was Irish. So if we were going to do that route with the railroads, then Burlington Northern was green back in the day. We could do that. And I never thought of it once for a minute until after I started messing around with that idea that Orwell is very similar to the lightning striped D&H. So, and then somebody made up a cool D&H shield. I think I have it on this phone. Yeah, I have it on this one here. Hang on, I gotta find it. You still there? Because I'm hearing nothing anymore.
Yeah.
No,
you're gonna make one of your trucks to a heavy hauler truck. We've talked about it. I don't know. We've talked about it though. First, before I do any of that, I want to commit to heavy haul first. Before I just outfit a truck to do heavy haul.
yeah, I'm trying to find this one picture and I can't find it. Download some video screenshots. Man, I know I'll just find that on Facebook again quick. This one dude made this cool little logo, this emblem, and I thought it was really cool. That's why I wanted to put it up there. I think it was badass. Where was it? Oh man, it's taking me forever to find this stupid thing now. And I know I friggin' saved it.
Ha. So Slade. No, 2 lives. I was editing a video last night. I was a good hour and a half, 2 hours in, and the damn thing crashed. So I said, screw the world. I'll just go live tomorrow and make an announcement. So the official announcement, guys, is we're going to have the green cab over at Matt's. It'll be at the 10-4 booth Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Thursday, I will be at the Merit Products booth. Friday, we both will be at the Green APU booth. And then on Saturday, I will be at the 10-4 booth all day. Update on the Blue Classic. Just trying to, right now, just trying to get through the truck show. That is a priority right now. Once we get through Matt's here in the next 5 weeks, then I can kind of look back and see, all right, what needs to be done and what order does it need to be done in. Grinding Gears needs to be careful. His youngins are going to hop in the driver's seat and leave him without a job. It's funny you said that. Finest, Tim's dad was telling, I forgot which of my sons, but he was like, hey, when y'all are ready, you got a job here. Because he sees them out there hooking up the trailers and stuff, doing the landing gear. So he's like, hey, when y'all are ready to start driving, let me know. Y'all got a job here.
Very good for him just to be out moving and learning and doing stuff. Man, this aggravates crap out of me when I can't find what I'm looking for. I'm on the phone trying to find that little. This dude made a pretty cool little art for Orwell, which I saved it, which I thought I did. I saved it so I could actually make it for when Orwell's done. But I cannot find it. I know it's on my Facebook, but I can't find which post it was on. And that's aggravating the hell out of me. Because it used to, here it is, found it. Now I'll resave it. Save to phone. There we go. So yeah, most guys probably don't know, but somebody made that for me, which I thought was pretty badass.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, so the Delaware and Hudson Railroad had a similar font where it just said the D and H on the front of all the logos. So the dude took that same font and made that with my trucking company name, because I found out that I never thought of it until I was sitting out there talking about it. I'm looking at the shop and I'm like, wow, that's a similar paint scheme. I never thought about that. Kind of walked into that. So, and the D&H ran trains right behind where my dad grew up when he was a kid in Wilkes-Barre, back when anthracite coal was a big thing in northeastern Pennsylvania. So there's a little bit of, it's funny, I guess growing up, I always thought Pennsylvania Railroad was close to where my dad grew up, but in reality, the Pennsy really didn't run anything really close to where my dad grew up. It was a mixture of multiple different railroads, but none of them were Pennsylvania based, or none of them were Pennsylvania Railroad. Ironically, the Railroad of New Jersey went right behind my dad's house. Like literally my dad's backyard, just like here at this house, my dad's backyard neighbor was the Central Railroad of New Jersey. I didn't know that. I just assumed it was Pennsylvania. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. I like on that. Yeah, that would look good on Orwell. I'm not gonna I don't think I'm going to put it on the door. I think I'm just going to put it on a sleeper in a smaller thing, kind of like a little something. Can't put it on the nose. It won't fit. Unless I put it on the bumper or something. Because typically that shield was on the front, the nose of the locomotive, and I think also on the side. But I could put it on the side somewhere, like on a sleeper. But I thought that was pretty badass. Like, I made sure I kept it.
Oh, mud flaps. That would be dope.
Oh, was it backwards? Oh, I guess it is backwards. Damn it.
You probably got to flip your camera and.
Oh, yeah, it's on selfie, but I thought my phone didn't do that. Oh, so I got to do it like this then. There we go. Now I have no idea how framed in I am other than looking at my screen.
Yeah, that's good.
Here we go. Waiting for me. Oh, that's better. Sorry, I didn't even realize that. So yeah, here's that shield that guy made for me based on the D&H Railroad. So yeah, that's what I was showing you. Soul State asked mud flaps. Sure, you're asking there.
Oh, put it on mud flaps. That logo.
Oh, yeah. That would look kind of cool, actually, if you could do that. Yeah, probably would. I probably should put that on mud flaps. I'm thinking about it. It'd be kind of cool.
Really, on all the trucks, that would look cool.
Yeah. Big Paul RC says, "Hi, Shimon. Followed my dad to trucking, and I've been driving trucks for nearly 35 years. Hope one of your kids follows you."
I don't know. It's one of those things to where my dad always told me he didn't want me in trucking. And I see why, but it's kind of the same thing with mine. But I mean, he couldn't keep me out of it. So you know how that goes.
Gets in the blood. My oldest one wants no part of the driving aspect when it comes to trucking. My youngest, we'll see what he does. I know he'd be a great driver. He'd be great in the shop too. Just see what he wants to do. Ultimately, he's got to get his life figured out.
Right.
Life after the military, right? Excuse me. Josh Gloss says, "Steve, I know it'll be sometime down the road, but are you going to do the interior of Orwell?" Eventually. I want it to be as original as we can, but yeah, it could use to be a lot nicer. That's for sure. Biggest thing Orwell needs is in reality the dash and the upper dash above the windshield. Even rubber on the quarter fenders. I'm not really sure what you're talking about there. I'm talking about that logo, but nah, Orwell's getting full fenders. It already has full fenders. I just gotta install them. Maybe a T-shirt with that shield would be cool too. That's not a bad idea, Mac. I think I could come up with an Orwell T-shirt based on that. I can think of something, but I bet the T-shirt people can come up with something even better. Well, yeah, we'll see how that plays out. Let's see here. I could. Nick Beckham says, "Hey Steve, how much you bench pressing nowadays?" Man, I haven't done bench press in a long time. I'll be honest with you. I have no idea. The shop keeps me strong, but I need more cardio in my life, big time. But I got strength. You make the joke, I have to stand and fight because I'm too fat to run away. Mesh grill cover with that logo on it. I suppose it's possible. I don't know how much that would take away from the truck's original kind of look. I'm not sure, but it might be something to think about. I don't know. I don't know how much theming, for lack of a better term, I want to do regarding the trucks to railroads. It just kind of came to me that one day when I just wanted blue, and we picked that blue, and it's somebody in the comments is like, with my step deck, someone in the comment was like, yo, that's Conrail blue. And I'm like, oh, crap, it is. Josh Gloss says, Steve has no quit strength. No, I don't know how to do that. I don't know when to quit. Mom used to always tell me, you better quit while you're ahead. Like, no, I always pushed it.
Yeah.
I think the Sergeant Major will be on tonight. You could ask him about cardio. Not sure who you're referring to there. How's the new shop and all coming at the new pad? Winter, we ain't doing anything. And new shop takes money. Right now, what I'm wanting to do is work on the at least get the driveway to the east field done. But I'll wait till spring for that. So till then, we got a lot of figuring out to do, measuring out and deciding what we actually are going to do. What and where, I should say. It's enough property to do what I want. It's just a matter of what do I start with.
Right.
See this comment? Chris Nichols says, Bull, it's not going to cost that much to get truck to Tennessee. I'll take that if you're paying that. He's obviously commenting on something that was from quite a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say it was going to cost that much. What I said was that's what it costs.
Yeah.
In other words, who works for free?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to hire somebody to move a truck 1,200 miles. What do you think they're going to charge you? 5 cents a mile? Well, if he'll do it for cost of fuel and nothing more, heck, maybe you ought to have him do it then.
Yeah, but there's also quality too. So.
you want your stuff to arrive in the same condition that it left?
Right.
Oh, I didn't know that. I figured you just, maybe he's got a pickup truck. He could just, get a little tow rig, use it with his pickup truck, or get a tow bar. You could hook it to your pickup truck or even your Honda Accord.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here we go. Chris Nichols again. Okay. Call a wrecking company. See, that's the thing we were talking about. If you call a wrecker to haul a truck 1,200 miles, or have an RGN like myself, a wrecker, yeah, that would be quite high. If you use a wrecker, an RGN or somebody with a DTU that could just lift up the tail, be cheaper. But when he said that, he was talking specifically about a wrecker. Why am I even wasting my time with this nonsense?
Let them in the comments. They'll handle them.
Yeah.
Where am I at right now? I am just west of Sioux Falls, Idaho, on my way up to Washington.
You know what else is funny? Here we go. There you go. Now he can argue with himself. I just timed him out for 24 hours. He could talk crap to me tomorrow, but not today. Your 15,000 was based on a wrecker, like an actual tow truck.
Right.
No, I already said approximate what an RGM would cost. It would cost around $7,000. But we already had that conversation. Since I'm not going to argue with nobody, we're just going to argue with nobody. So, yeah, there it is. I forgot I could do that.
What does Tim call you? The Terminator?
Terminator, yeah. Oh, there's a different reason for that, but yeah. Let's see
GPS is
here.
trying to take me up through what is this? Up to US 212, going through southern Montana. I'm trying to figure out why. Why I can't just take 90 straight across? In both Apple and
Where you going
Google.
from where to where?
Right now, I'm just basically Sioux Falls, trying to get to Washington. And so I'm trying to see if 90 is shut down or something.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I'd run it. Well, depending on the weather, but if you're already in Sioux Falls, you're already you're already down there on 90. So,
For some reason, my GPS is trying to take me around like Gillette and all that stuff.
well, it might be trouble in Gillette.
Yeah.
There's a way to get up there if you come. I forget the name of the road. I'd have to look quick. But you come out over by Rapid City. You start heading northwest. You pop out.
Yeah, it's the 212.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that a decent
That'll
road
get
to
you
go
right
on?
around. It ain't bad. It's just
Okay.
watch your weather. I think some of those roads aren't maintained. We went years ago. We went up that way. We took 212 with the travel trailer with the camper. Wound up going through there. Yeah, come out of Spearfish, head north, and then you clip through the little piece of Wyoming. And I remember we hit construction up there that was like it had rained real hard, and oh man, we got everything stupid muddy getting through there. But here we got through. You pop out.
Oh yeah, Nick said the same thing.
My favorite place in the whole wide world. You pop out just south of Crow Agency.
Oh, okay.
I forgot about it. Yeah.
212 ain't bad. Just got to be careful, especially now they don't treat the roads very good. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Big snowstorm up there. That's why I wants to reroute you. Is anybody in the Gillette, Buffalo, Sheridan area to know what's going on? Because my GPS is like trying to take me every which way. And that's Google and that's Apple. Every which way but 90. It's a better route going to 212. 90 isn't taken care of, only through the red. See, this is why I stay down south. I ain't got to deal with all this crap.
Yeah, it gets challenging up through that way.
Yeah.
It will test your skills.
I've already tested my skills for the year. I'm done. Started snowing here in Michigan a couple of hours ago. Extremely careful. They still haven't snow. Okay.
It was flurrying earlier before we jumped on here.
I would not run across 212, stay on 90. Yeah, but my GPS is not wanting me to go down 90, so I don't know if there's an accident or if they got it shut down due to weather. I don't know.
Sometimes you're better off on roads that aren't plowed than roads that are, depending on how smooth the ice is. I'd rather be on ice. I'd rather be on grippy ass snow than the interstates. They tend to get polished up pretty good.
If you look
in
at,
Wyoming,
let's see, 511.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I don't know. Yeah, it does not want me taking 90 across.
Let's see here if it shows on mine.
Oh, actually, hold on. I think I might just reroute it. Nope. Call Dewey Hill. No. Ha! I know, right? That man knows everything
Yeah, he
when it
would.
comes to these roads.
Layers, traffic. Let's see here.
Wait till I'm done. 212 is usually closed during the winter. Used to run Iowa, Illinois, sometimes Wisconsin. Check 511. Yeah,
As of
yeah.
right now, I'm not seeing any. I'm looking at zoomed in pretty tight, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not seeing anything. Oh, hang on. What's going on over here? Mostly green, but there's a couple spots where there's just no color at all on 90 going west. Over
Yeah,
by
yeah, it's trying to get me to hop off when I get to Gillette all the way up to, what is that? Crow Agency, yeah.
Yeah, so you're trying to, it's got where there's no color on westbound, west of Gillette for a good ways.
Mm-hmm.
Or
That's
about it,
probably
there's a
shut
rest
down.
stop. It might be, but usually I was showing red or something, or I don't know why it would be. But as of right now, for the most part, 212 is showing green with a couple of yellow places.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here, out in the middle of nowhere. Doesn't say why. I'm just looking at the color codes on Google Maps.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably snow covered and shit. I don't know what.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does not want me going through there. Like, it want to give me an option.
Well, there ain't no way around that.
Yeah.
Not easy with little miles. You're already on 90, so there ain't no easy way through.
Right.
Yeah, if you know that you're how far away from Spearfish Sturgis are you?
Let me see. One thing I hate about 272 miles.
Yeah, so you got another 272 to Spearfish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you got another 4 hours for stuff to open up, so you'll know before you get there. It'll be displayed on all the road signs by the time you get there. So if you're still jammed up past Gillette, then I would just take 212.
Let me see. Also, 212, there's no place to park. If the highway gets shut down, not even somebody's driveway, because it was very tight through there. I have 511 for South Dakota and Wyoming pulled up. Looks like snow-covered roads, slowing everything down.
Yeah,
I checked the weather radar and the thunderstorm.
Well, my attitude is this: if the road was closed, go around. If the road's open, run it. It's really that simple. 212 ain't that scary. I mean, it's a road. I mean, it's a U.S. route. You know, it's not. You're not out in the wild west, out in the middle. I mean, you're not in unsettled territory. It's just, it's not like you're on a horse out in the middle of nowhere with no provisions. Just make sure you got enough food and fuel when you run it. It's not. It's not. It's not 1883.
Right.
But it's a road you would. I would. As long as you got food and fuel, I wouldn't worry about it at all.
Right.
But know where you are when you get to when you get over there and what do you call? You get on the other side, just I don't know. I say know where you're at. Yeah, I don't know what the weather is, but like I said, you'll figure it out.
Right.
Just what about I-29 to 94?
Yeah, I'm looking up.
I don't know exactly where you're at neither.
I am. What city is this? Specifically, I'm in Kimball, Kimbal.
Oh, South Dakota. Oh, I see where you're at.
Mm-hmm. Windy, hilly in wintertime, sharp curves, not fun. Let me see.
No,
Westbound lanes previously closed at mile marker 59.
no,
With
you're
the
gonna go
exit
way out around,
58.
try to avoid that little stretch. That makes no sense.
Mm-hmm. Westbound
No,
lanes previously closed at mile marker 59. With the exit 58 off ramp closed until further notice.
where's that?
That's what somebody just commented on here. I'm guessing
No.
that's into coming into Wyoming.
I mean, guys, I'm not trying to be an ass, but it's Wyoming in the winter. What do you expect?
Mm-hmm.
Sunshine and hand grenades. Not sure what he's referring to, but that sounds funny. It's Wyoming.
See recent major stoppages on I-90 westbound outside of South Dakota, including a long-term closure, including Elam, Washington, due to an overpass strike and winter storm closure. Oh God.
Cle Elum is the last scale before you start going up over Snoqualmie Pass to head into Seattle. So Cle Elum is like your last spot. That usually if they make a chain up to go over Snoqualmie, they start right about there, just a little past that actually. That's nothing new.
Yeah, and I ain't touching these chains. If
Yeah.
that's the case, I'm top heavy too with these boats. Actually, yeah, this is the biggest load I've hauled with them so far. 3 boats.
Oh yeah.
So I ain't gonna let snow or ice take me out.
I'd be all right.
I don't want that phone call. I'll park it.
Uh,
I have until Monday to get there, so
yeah, so I'm saying I wouldn't not, I wouldn't overthink it. It's just one of
yeah.
those things. It's like, put the chain law up. You got 2 choices at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm not. I don't know what the specifics are out there. I just know it's Wyoming in the winter.
Yeah.
Nobody needs boats this time of year. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got news for you. When a customer wants their boat, they want their boat. They don't give a rip what the weather is.
Yeah, y'all will see here in the video probably in about 2 weeks or so. So we had an owner. So this guy, he lived in California, in Southern Cal. Was it Southern? No, in Atascadero, California. It's the dealership I took it to. This dude was so invested into his boat. While they were building the boat in Tennessee, he went from California and drove all the way to Tennessee to watch them build this boat.
Right?
Drove back, and then when I was delivering the boat, he was there to watch it get offloaded and stuff.
Mm.
So he was a
Yeah.
bit of an airhead, California airhead, you know.
Yep.
$300,000 boat. You know, he was just very a little too much, but you know, I mean, cool guy, but he was just in the clouds. But you can tell he was a piece of work to run into. But yeah, they're like, hey, can you park here for a second? And we don't want to upload you till he gets here. It's like, seriously, you gonna make me wait 30 minutes to an hour for this guy to get here so he can see the boat being offloaded? So I went ahead and waited, and he showed up, and you know, just all in tune with it too. And then I went through that was one of the weeks I went through a blizzard to get it there. And so I'm like, dude, it's weather. It'll wash right off. Calm down. Yeah, that's what you get when you haul these things. Let me see. Greed is quite common. A lot of money he got in. Safety first. Point in a win. I hate throwing iron too. I got in trouble. So. Yeah, so we're well. Actually, my wife has just texted me, so we're well stocked on food and stuff. I will be getting fuel sometime today. Before we get to that Wyoming stuff. I don't know. Actually, I mean they're light. It's fiberglass, so they're pretty light. There he is.
Oh, it was on my end.
Yeah.
Wonder what happened there.
Hmm.
Where's my audio? I don't hear you now.
Mic check 1 2.
I hear you, but it's low. Like you're on. Hang on. Bring everything up. All right.
Hate driving in bad weather. Yeah, I can't stand this crap.
Oh, it switched over to like you're on a damn telephone. Why'd it do that?
Can y'all hear me okay? Mic check 1 2. Can y'all hear me okay? Can y'all hear Steve okay? Who can y'all hear?
That's interesting.
I hear both of you. Huh.
Yeah, because on my end, it's talking to me like I have to literally hold the phone like I'm talking to you. Which that's weird. All right, well, I'll try to muddle through the rest of it for a little while.
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah, I'm gonna call 511 when I get off of here. Try logging off and logging back on it on the.
Well, can I? And then it can come right back, or
yeah.
All right, let me try.
That same link, okay. So yeah, guys, Mid America Truck Show. We'll have the cab over there in the 10-4 booth. We're excited about it. So Steve's gonna be hauling it down there. I gotta actually make more preparations now with plane tickets and all that fun stuff. Oh crap. Wyoming shows to be in the yellow and orange along his route. Waiting for the link. Yes, I'm gonna take my time getting out there. I'm not gonna rush it. Yeah, I got an Atlas. I was just kind of when I put it in my GPS and it was trying to take me all the way around. I was like, why? But that's why I use it, GPS more so just for traffic. Yeah, we will be at the show. Hope to see you guys there. Why is there a code popping up on this truck? Diagnostic. Oh, duh. Yeah, so who's all coming to Mid America Truck Show? Who will be there at Matt's? And then what day will you be there? Did you see my collection of This Is Not a Tesla series? You can download the cameras on the interstate. Yeah. In spirit. Yeah, these boats start at like 100 grand. Yeah, so who will be at the show and what day will you be there? This truck, looking forward to getting back on the road. Ooh, classic or Euphoria? Go ahead. So I'm excited about getting the classic back on the road because I do miss driving that truck. But I'm also super excited about getting the cab over on the road because I've never driven it. So I bought another fire truck project. Really? Just wondering if you bought the cab over donor. So we haven't bought it. So what we're going to do is see if the owner can just part it out for us and just get us some parts off of it. Because I don't want to get the whole truck and then Steve just have a parts truck sitting in his property, taking up space. I'm not in Nebraska. I am in Kimball, South. What was that? Huh? Clean them all up. Get your jacket because it's really cold out there. That's why you got to pay attention. No, if you were paying attention, then the crayons wouldn't have fell out the truck. Paying attention means before you do something, you're going to look around to make sure nothing's going to be broken or dropped. Um, the road isn't clear, no plow. Okay. Got Charles in the house. Oh yeah, the classic will be a lot cheaper to get on the road by far. Does the truck parking at Matt's Gill Rep Pack? No, there's plenty of parking. They've never had an issue with that. Will the truck be the trucking? Wait, will be trucking while y'all are at the show. Oh, okay, gotcha. Um, I was looking at 511 Wyoming, and it just says slick spots. Did not see road closures. Okay. Well, I'll be sure to get content of it. I've been really bad about video and stuff. My videos are so backed up, but it's for good reason. Because in March, I'm dropping videos every day in March. I'm gonna try to anyway. The best day to get there is Friday, Saturday. Freightliner guy, yeah, I'm for sure Freightliner guy. Yeah. Yeah, best day to get there is Friday and Saturday. But Thursday is a good day to get there also because there's not a lot of people there usually. So you can kind of move around a lot easier. But anyway, y'all, let me get off of here. I got to put some miles in today. I have not started. I have not wanted to drive, but I'm going to try to put some time in today so get there at a decent time. But FSC Trucking set me up. According, yeah, it's about 20 degrees out here. It's Thursday night, the light show at Matt's. That I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with. I need to look up the itinerary. That's what I was thinking. I didn't want to get out there Friday and be no parking. Yo, there's plenty of parking. Parking's not an issue at all. There's plenty of parking. But yeah, so Thursday I'll be at the Merit Products booth from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Friday I will be at the Green APU booth from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. And then Saturday I will be at the 10-4 booth. And 10-4 we'll have giveaways and all that stuff too. But the cab over, Euphoria, my green Freightliner cab over, will be at the 10-4 booth. So we'll bring merch. We'll be sure to bring some merch so we can sell y'all some cab over shirts. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. Let me get on this road. If y'all need insurance, if you're an owner operator, hit up 10-4 Truck Insurance. Hit up Miss Jessica Rush and just tell her your insurance is in a flush and you need insurance. And they will cut you a deal, and because they'll give you the roadside that goes on there too. The roadside and the towing. You all have seen the towing get me out of several situations. And the roadside.
So that's one benefit to 10-4. Not only are they super affordable to everybody else, but you get the roadside as well. So definitely hit them up. I do have the information down in my description, or just call the 800 number, ask for Miss Jessica Rush, and tell her that your insurance is on the flush, and she would know what that means, and then get that roadside to go along with it. So that big thank you to them because they're the ones getting the truck down there to the truck show. But you got all the crayons? All right, go ahead and take your boots off. Make sure the door is closed all the way. Take off your boots, take off your jacket, and let's get ready to hit the road. But anyway, we'll catch y'all in the next one.